Mythical creatures, fact or fiction? Dragons soaring through the sky, mermaids swimming in the ocean, unicorns galloping through enchanted forests. These are creatures of myth, whispered across generations, fueling our imaginations. But are they just figments of fancy, or could there be a sliver of truth in these tales? That's why in today's video we'll be diving deeper into the rabbit hole and discovering if these mythical creatures are fact or fiction. So, without further ado, let's begin. Defining mythical creatures. To begin, let's establish what we mean by mythical creatures. These are beings that inhabit the rich tapestry of human folklore, mythology, and storytelling. These creatures often possess extraordinary abilities, characteristics, or forms that distinguish them from the fauna of the everyday world. Unlike the creatures we find in the natural world, mythical beings exist purely within the realms of human imagination and cultural storytelling, or so many believe. The significance of these mythical creatures extends far beyond mere bedtime stories or fantasy novels. These beings play a pivotal role in shaping the cultural identity and values of diverse societies. They serve as symbolic representations of virtues, vices, fears, and aspirations, weaving themselves into the very fabric of cultural narratives. From the majestic dragons of East Asian mythology symbolizing power and good fortune, to the elusive and elegant unicorns of Western folklore representing purity, these creatures become vessels for cultural expression and meaning. With that out of the way, let's take a look at some points in favor of fiction and explore some possible explanations as to what caused these mythical creatures to gain popularity. Historical and scientific explanation. In the history of the world, one finds that mythical creatures often have roots grounded in the natural world and the mysteries it holds. It is possible that many of these legends may have sprouted from misinterpretations of fossils and ancient remains. In times when scientific knowledge was in its infancy, the discovery of large, unusual bones could easily give rise to tales of colossal beings. The fossil remnants of prehistoric creatures such as dinosaurs or mammoths might have fueled the imagination of ancient cultures, giving rise to mythical beings like the fire-breathing dragons or colossal sea serpents. Beyond fossils, the natural world itself became a wellspring of inspiration for mythical creatures. Unexplained natural phenomena, such as atmospheric anomalies or celestial events, often found their way into the realm of folklore. The majestic unicorn, for instance, might have emerged from the misinterpretation of rare horn-like structures found in nature, or even the spiraled tusks of narwhals. The ethereal beauty of the northern lights could have birthed tales of magical beings dancing across the sky, shaping the narrative of mythical entities like fairies or celestial creatures. Ancient discoveries, too, played a pivotal role in the creation of mythical creatures. Explorations into uncharted territories and encounters with unfamiliar flora and fauna often led to the creation of marvelous tales. The griffin, a creature with the body of a lion and the head of an eagle, could have originated from the discovery of fossils or artistic amalgamations inspired by unfamiliar wildlife. In the realm of science, the scrutiny begins with a simple but profound question: where is the evidence? Unlike the tangible world of flora and fauna studied by scientists, mythical creatures remain elusive, confined to the spaces of storytelling and cultural narratives. The scientific method, grounded in empirical evidence and reproducibility, has yet to yield any substantial proof of creatures like dragons, unicorns, mermaids, or griffins. One of the critical points of contention between myth and science lies in the contradictory nature of the accounts. Scientific knowledge, accumulated through rigorous observation and experimentation, often contradicts the physical laws and biological principles that mythical creatures are believed to embody. The fire-breathing dragons, for instance, defy the laws of physics governing combustion, while the graceful unicorns, with their single spiraled horns, challenge the biological norms of terrestrial mammals. Moreover, the absence of fossil evidence or any concrete traces of mythical creatures in the archaeological record further intensifies the scientific skepticism. In contrast to the meticulously documented fossils of ancient animals that have left their imprints on the earth, no tangible remains of mythical beings have been unearthed to date. This void in the fossil record raises serious doubts about the physical existence of these creatures. The scientific perspective, therefore, stands as a sentinel of rational inquiry, urging us to scrutinize the tales handed down through generations. Cryptozoology and modern myths. Cryptids, by definition, are creatures that are rumored to exist but lack scientific evidence to substantiate their existence. These elusive beings often occupy the border of zoology, captivating the human imagination with the possibility that uncharted realms of the natural world may still conceal creatures waiting to be discovered. The realm of cryptozoology, the study of hidden or unknown animals, seeks to explore these mysteries and separate fact from fiction. The lineage connecting cryptids to mythical creatures is a fascinating journey through folklore. Many cryptids find their origins in the stories of beings woven into the cultural fabric of societies worldwide. The overlap between mythical creatures and cryptids arises from the shared human inclination to seek explanations for the unknown and to ascribe meaning to mysterious phenomena. Consider the case of the Loch Ness Monster, a cryptid that has become an iconic figure in the cryptozoological space. The legend of Nessie, a serpentine creature said to inhabit Scotland's Loch Ness, draws parallels to ancient myths of water-dwelling monsters found in various cultures. The persistence of these tales across time may indicate a collective human fascination with the idea of mysterious beings lurking beneath the surface of secluded bodies of water. The infamous 1934 surgeon's photograph, initially advertised as evidence of Nessie's existence, was later revealed to be a clever hoax constructed using a toy submarine and a crafted model of the creature. Similarly, the Yeti of the Himalayas, a cryptid often associated with the legendary abominable snowman, bears resemblance to mythical creatures found in the folklore of the region. These tales are deeply embedded in the cultural narratives of Himalayan communities, reflecting the human tendency to project fears, beliefs, and cultural symbols onto the unknown. The transformative journey from mythical creature to cryptid often involves a shift from the realm of pure fantasy to the realm of potential discovery. As societies advance, exploration and technological progress allows for the examination of once inaccessible regions, prompting the reevaluation of what was once deemed purely mythical. In some cases, cryptids may represent misinterpretations of real animals, evolutionary anomalies, or extinct species that defy conventional understanding. In the same way, the chupacabra, a creature of Latin American folklore notorious for attacking livestock, has been subject to investigations spurred by purported sightings. Skeptics argue that these incidents can be attributed to conventional predators, while proponents point to anomalous findings such as drained carcasses. Yet, conclusive evidence that definitively proves the existence of this mythical creature remains elusive. Moving on, let's take a look at some points in favor of fact and how these mythical creatures could maybe have existed once upon a time. The possibility of forgotten creatures. While skepticism may reign in the scientific realm, the idea that some mythical creatures existed in a bygone era stirs the imagination, challenging the boundaries of what we consider possible. The prime example of this potential is the universal presence of dragons, a creature not confined to a single cultural narrative but woven into the fabric of diverse civilizations across the globe. The dragon, a majestic and often fearsome creature, holds a prominent place not only in East Asian culture but also in the lore of many other regions. It's a fascinating puzzle. In a time when the interconnectedness we enjoy today was merely a distant dream, how did this mythical being find a home in the collective consciousness of so many unrelated societies? It is very possible that dragons, like animals that exist today, were once a species of migratory flying creatures that settled all over the world. And when the indigenous people would lay eye on it for the first time, they would write about it and tell tales of the mighty dragon. And this would not only explain how folklore of dragons is found around the world, but also how these interpretations are slightly different for each region. For example, the Eastern dragon is depicted as not having any wings and a body as long as a snake, while the Western dragon is depicted to have massive wings and a quadrupedal body. It is very possible that dragons had their own subtypes, in the same way that a tiger and a lion are felines, but share no similarities other than their species' basic characteristics. While the scientific community may raise eyebrows at the prospect of mythical creatures being real, The idea invites us to reevaluate ancient narratives with a nuanced perspective. What if the folklore passed down through generations is a distorted reflection of actual creatures that once graced our planet? What if, in the distant corridors of time, humanity walked side by side with beings that now exist only in the recesses of our collective imagination? In the end, we'll leave it up to you. What do you believe? Are these mythical creatures just a figment of our imagination, or could they have possibly existed thousands of years ago? There is evidence which supports both hypotheses, so it mainly comes down to personal preference. Do you prefer the factual approach of science and research, or do you prefer the imaginative approach of folklore? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos like this. See you in the next one.